Hello and welcome to Ellen Ruth Soap. I'm Ellen and today we are not making soap. We are going to make a sugar scrub. And if you don't know what a sugar scrub is, you're in for a treat. I will be sharing the full recipe in the description box below for the sugar scrub we're doing today. And for the fragrance, I am going to be using this bergamot and mandarin from Wholesale Supplies Plus. This smells so good. It's definitely got that citrus, a little bit of sweet, a little bit of tart. It's wonderful. And to me, it just spoke of sort of self-care bath and body products. It evoked that sort of a feel for me. So what a sugar scrub is, it's a combination. This recipe has some really luxurious hard butters and some luxury oils and sugar. And it almost has a lotion-like feel with a little exfoliating. It's like a skin polish. Think of it like that. So it's not going to lather. If you are a self-tanner or you like to exfoliate, this is perfect. Like after, I don't know, it's just wonderful. So what you do is, and I will give you a demo when we're all done making it, but it's basically like a skin polish. It's got that exfoliating feel. Sugar is wonderful. It kind of melts in warm water with the butters and the oils, and it leaves your skin just feeling polished, exfoliated, smooth. It's very indulgent feeling. And so I'm thinking of winter skin, self-care, taking some time to just really treat yourself. And that's what made me think of doing a really luxurious sugar scrub. So I will be talking you through all my process. The first thing I need to do is get my hair pulled back, get all my safety gear on, and sanitize all of my work surface, all the equipment I'm using, and the little containers, the jars that I'll be putting the scrub into. You want everything scrupulously clean, a nice sanitized surface, and then we will get to putting this together. And again, I'll talk you through it as we go. It's very simple, but you get a big bang for your time. This is a great DIY project for young people because you're not working with lye or any caustic materials. It's all wonderful. So let's get everything pulled together and let's come back and make some really luxurious sugar scrub. All right, it's time to measure out the hard oils and the hard ingredients that need to be melted for this sugar scrub. And I wanted to show you, I've decided I'm going to add a little of this into with the sugar. This is dried hibiscus flower powder. I got this at Walmart. You can get it online, several different places. It's a gorgeous color, but it's more than just a pretty face. Hibiscus flower powder is a wonderful antioxidant on your skin. It helps hold in the moisture. It's wonderful. It's got some great benefits. It's a beautiful color. So I'm just going to use a little, just so this will have a sort of a pinky overtone, but it's so good and I had it. So that's going in there. And you can totally leave this out. It's not necessary, but I'm going to put it in the sugar scrub today because I just thought it went along with the bergamot mandarin theme. It just sounded tropically good. So putting that off to the side, let's get to the dry ingredients. The first one, not dry ingredients, the butters and hard ingredients. Get so used to making soap, I talk in soaping terms. I am going to be doing, and I'm working in ounces. I have my scale tared out with my little Pyrex melting pot here. 5 ounces of hard butters. Today I'm going to do a combination of cocoa, shea butter, and mango butter because I love all of them with their different properties for different reasons and they work well together. So this is going to be a triple butter. All right, so here is my mango butter. I've gotten it from different distributors before. This one is from Wholesale Supplies Plus, Crafter's Choice. Soaper's Choice has wonderful prices on bulk butters if you shop with them. So let's just start in with the mango butter. And I love mango butter for skin products. It just has a wonderful feel on the skin. It's so wonderful. All right, so here is my shea butter, again from Wholesale Supplies Plus. There we go. Shea butter's off to the side. All right, and here is my cocoa butter wafers. We'll bring it up to 5 ounces with those. I saved these for last because it's easier to measure the little units, a little less goopy. And I actually love these natural wafers. I have gotten them in the white and the natural, but they actually smell like cocoa, which if you're a chocolate fan, you know, that's always a good thing. All right, 5 ounces of butters are in. Now, let's get on to our next hard ingredient, which is e-wax. I have it off to the side. I have a big container. I need 3.2 ounces of e-wax. E stands for emulsifying wax. This is an emulsified sugar scrub. This is going to emulsify the oils with the water when it hits your skin and turn it into a lotiony polish. It's so moisturizing when you emulsify your sugar scrub. So this is not a, I've seen a lot of videos for foaming sugar scrubs that have a melt and pour or a soap, so it lathers. Those are delightful, but this is different. This is a more lotion-like skin polish. So e-wax, emulsify wax. This is from, where did I get this? Soaper's Choice. I buy it in bulk. I've got a big container off to the side. You can get, Nature's Garden has a beautiful soft and silky one. This is just plain. E-wax is a vegetable byproduct, so it's all good like that. I need 3.2 ounces of e-wax in here. There we go, 3.2. And now, this is getting rather full. Let me see if I can bop it down. Yeah, I think we can fit the rest of the ingredients in there. All right. Now I need 1.5 ounces of beeswax, and these little pastellis are very easy to weigh and measure out in the tiny little units. So 1.5 ounces of beeswax. There we go. And last but not least is stearic acid. I got this big bag, again, Wholesale Supplies Plus. I guess I'm using most of their stuff today. 2 ounces of stearic acid. Tear that out. This is going to help keep it nice and thick. This is a thickening agent. It also feels really good on your skin in a product like this. So it has skin feel and a thickening agent. So let's do 2 ounces. We can fit it all in here. We got, this is all of the hard ingredients. I know this is very full. I'm gonna give it a little pat down here. After it melts, it will shrink down a little, but I'm going to pop this in the microwave in little bursts until it is all melted. And while this is melting, we'll get on to our liquid portion. Time to move on with the liquid portion, liquid oils and things. So I am doing, we need 20 ounces of liquid oils. And so I'm going to do a combination of jojoba oil, organic hempseed oil, and almond oil. And I got the hempseed oil and the almond oil from Soaper's Choice. That's where I got them. Okay. All of them have wonderful skin properties. And so we're just doing a whole combo here. This is going to be for combination skin. I just want it to be overall just super luxurious. So 20 ounces total. So we're just going to start, and you can get really specific, you know, like however much of each one you want. And again, this is something that's very flexible. I have a walnut oil that I considered using because walnut oil is anti-aging and great stuff like that. You could do olive oil, rice bran oil, sunflower oil, whatever you like. That's it's flexible. Just look at the properties you're going for. What do you want? And kind of figure out the oils that you like, what you think is really luxurious. And also label appeal, you know, certain oils like hempseed oil looks really good on a label. People really love hemp oil and because it's great. So, all right, going up to 20 here. I'm talking, I don't want to lose track of what I'm doing. There we go, 20 ounces of liquid oils. And now, all right, Now it's time for the preservative. Today I am using Optifen. I got this from Majestic Sage. I also have some from Brambleberry. I just grab it when I'm ordering and as a tag along because it's tiny. But anyway, Optifen is the preservative I'm using today, and its recommended usage is 0.3 to 1% per volume of what you're doing. So for me, I'm going to add 1 ounce of Optifen to this batch today. This volume size is what I'm doing with this. So again, if you're using Germaben or any of the other preservatives, find the one that you like, the one you're comfortable with, look up the percentage rates and just weigh out your amounts and then do the math. So all right, for me, I'm doing 1 ounce of Optifen. And you do need a preservative in this. Even though I'm not mixing any water in, it's a shower product and it could potentially get wet. And so this is going to be your coverage to keep it from getting any nasties in there. And now for my fragrance. Again, this is the Bergamot Mandarin from Crafter's Choice, or Wholesale Supplies Plus is where I got it. If you go on their website, it has usage rates, the percentage per volume, and it'll tell you whether it's body safe or lip balm safe or whatever. A lot of information if you go down and read in the description box for each fragrance. Not just them, Brambleberry has it. Any good company that's selling a fragrant oil will also tell you the usage rate. So this is a Bath & Body product. It's a lotion type product. So I had to look up the rate for that. And it is a rate of about 4% or a little more, 4.1% per volume on the fragrance. So I'm going to be adding 1.3 ounces of this fragrant oil into my oils here. So make sure I'm tear it out. I hope I described that well. There's just a lot of information on the websites when you buy stuff. If you go and read it all, and it'll help you kind of get familiar with usage rates and things. That's kind of important when you're making things, especially if you're going to sell. All right. There it is. And it doesn't take much. Again, I'm not making a perfume here today. I don't want this to knock your socks off. I just want that gentle sort of citrus so you feel indulged and lovely. Smells so good. All right, that's all ready to go. So let me I've got my hard oils are melted. Let's get my sugar bin up here. Tear it out. Okay, today I am using my organic cane sugar. You hear me talk about this in soap. This is what I buy. It's pretty inexpensive. I got this at Sam's Club, I think. You can find it at most grocery stores. You can use regular old white sugar. And, I don't know if I'm not doing a brown sugar scrub. I have seen brown sugar scrubs and they're wonderful. But so you don't have to use, this beige sort of natural. I just really like it. So that's what I'm using. Regular sugar would work fine. We need 44 ounces of sugar. All right, there we go. And now to the sugar, I have my hibiscus flower powder. I'm not going to do a ton, I don't want you to turn pink or anything, but it's so pretty. So just 1 teaspoon of hibiscus flower powder is what I'm adding to this entire batch. And let me get this blended in really well, make sure I don't have any chunks. All right, I can pull it off the scale now. I'm done measuring. And we'll just get that worked in here, and then we will get to blending our other ingredients. So you can see the little chunks in there. I'm trying to just break them up. And so after I get the melted hard butters and the liquid oils blended, it's going to do a little lotiony thing with the emulsifying wax. I'm going to get it in here and stir real good, and I want to get it into the little pots here rather quickly. These are little 6-ounce jars that I have. They will weigh probably more than 6 ounces when they're full because this is heavy. It's very dense with the oils and the sugar, but they're just a nice little delightful size. But I want to get it in here relatively fast because the stearic acid, this will firm up really nice. It ships beautifully, and it's very firm when it gets fully cooled. So after we get this mixed in, we're going to have to get to getting it in there, you know, in a timely fashion. So here is our liquid oils. Here is our melted hard butters and all the good stuff that's in here. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to this, and it's going to change consistency a little bit, and that's okay. We'll just stir it right out. It's very similar to making lotion, if you've ever made lotion before. And this is a very lotion-like feel with the sugar, so that's why I'm calling it a polish. But it's just indulgent. So the little chunkage in there, that is totally fine. That's just the emulsifying wax, the stearic acid, you know, doing its clumpy thing. I'm going to get this blended as, you know, smoothly as I can get it here by hand stirring. You don't need to throw your stick blender in there or anything because it's all going to get worked out over here. So we've got that. Let's get it blended up here. Not very fancy, just plop it in and we'll get to mixing. And then we'll get them in our jars. And I'm gonna let the jars kind of cool and firm up before I put their little sealy lids on because I don't want any condensation or anything in there. And then we'll come back and do the labeling after I get the jars cleaned up. Sometimes it can be a little messy. I might make a little spillage, so we'll get them lidded and cleaned up and all that before we hit up on those labels. So here we go. Just getting it stirred in. Smells so good. I really love citrus fragrances. Love the fruits too, you know. There we go. You can see a little bit of that hibiscus color coming out. It's kind of mauvey. Mauvey. Is that a word? Mauvey. All right. And if you see any, you know, clumps or whatever, just mash it on the side. This is not super scientific here. This is just simply making sure you're getting all the sugar off the bottom, blended really nice. There we go. It's looking really good. I'll grab my spatula that I had off to the side. Make sure I get that all mixed in. All right, this is looking perfect. Now it's time to pull over my little jars that I have spritzed with rubbing alcohol and wiped them out, and they are ready to go. I have my little sanitized spoon. So it's kind of pourable, but I'm more comfortable scooping. So we're gonna do a scoopy thing here because that's my comfort level. And again, I'm going to make a mess, and you know, it just is what it is. All right, and I like to fill these up pretty far. There we go. Now I'm going to pop this on the scale, and I will tell you what it weighs. All right, so this is just over 7 ounces. This is a 6-ounce jar. When it's full to the brim, it's over 7 ounces, which is great. So I'm just going to get the rest of these all filled up, and then we'll come back when it's time to label and do all the other good stuff. All right, I got these all sealed. Those little foam discs make a seal when you tighten down the top so it doesn't have any air leakage or anything. Keeps everything nice and tight in there. So here's my clean paper towel. Here is my 91% rubbing alcohol, and I am just gonna spritz my paper towel and give these jars a nice once over so that they're absolutely squeaky clean, and when they dry, the labels will fit nice and tight. There we go. All right, let me show you a little demo. I'm going to keep a jar of this for myself just because I love it that much. And I give, every time I sell one of these, I give a little spoon. Any of my scoop out face powders, mask powders, emulsified scrub, body butters, come with a little spoon because I think it's better if you don't dip your finger in there. So if you just scoop it out on your little scoop, that's about a perfect amount for, your arms, and then maybe another bigger scoop for a leg. But anyway, take your scoop, and that way your product stays dry and you're not cross-contaminating. And you can take it off there. You can rinse this off, dry it, and use it again. So you've got your sugar scrub, you got your warm water, you've just taken your shower and you're all squeaky clean. And if you're a self-tanner, this is great on your legs because the sugar is slightly exfoliating, but then it melts into the water, and so it's not overly exfoliating. There you can see the pink of the hibiscus flowers coming out. It just feels very scrubby, not sharp, it's gentle, but it has a lotion-like feel. So, you want to do your legs, your heels and elbows, anywhere you've got dry, rough skin. This is just going to be like a pampering polish. So, and it rinses off really easy, nice and smooth, and it's just slick. It feels like lotion. And if you just drip dry, pat yourself dry and let it just soak into your skin, you've just had a nice skin polish with lotion. You're going to feel moisturized. It's luxurious. So I hope you give the recipe a try. And if you do, let me know how you like it. I think it's wonderful, personally. Let me know how you twist it up. If you do different fragrances or essential oil blends, I'd love to hear back. And if you did enjoy this recipe today and the video, please consider hitting the like button and the subscribe so you don't miss anything going on in the studio. All right, I'm back and it's time to label the jars here. So again, I have wiped them down with alcohol, let it dry, and so they're nice and squeaky clean so the label will stick. And let me show you a pro tip for wrapping a round bottle. Super low tech, but just anything to kind of hold it. I just put a little sticker on top with some key ingredients that I couldn't, didn't really pop on the label. So that's all the top label is. And if you just stick it in between something, it'll hold it nice and steady. And then I printed these labels out on Maestro Label Designer through onlinelabels.com, which is where I got these. And these are my sugar scrub labels. It's got all the information on there. So I have this balanced in between there, and I like to just hold it nice and straight, and it just holds the jar perfectly well. So this is my pro tip. Because I used to try and lay them down and it's rolling and it was hard to get it on straight. But anyway, that's how I get the labels on nice and straight. And then when I get all the labels on, I have my little shrink bands. I have one already done here. Shrink band, so I'll pop a shrink band over so it's completely sealed off. They have a little perforated edge so it's easy to unwrap, but completely sealed and ready to go. So here's the finished product. So anyway, thanks for watching.